It was less of like experience and more of like their willingness to learn, how eager they are, because these people are quite young and they're looking for someone to sort of like give them that first shot to give so they can get that hands-on experience. And I remember when I was in their shoes and when I was applying for internships, like when I was like obviously in college and things like that, so I'm always understanding to that. So I think it's more about how they show up in an interview, like what do you want to learn from this internship, what experience are you looking to gain. Are you like a starter or a finisher? Like, do you take initiative? Do you need to wait for me to like tell you to do things? Or, like what's your thought process like? How organized are you? How do you handle sort of like, being given multiple tasks at once? All these things come into play, and depending on how they answer that is really how I sort of like narrow down who I think would be the best fit. But if someone has like no experience but they show up really well and eager to learn in the interview, I'm always willing to give them a shot. I found that a lot of times the people that I've brought on my team, even with no experience, I'm able to like coach them and mentor them, which I really also enjoy. And I like people that are going to also challenge me. It's not just about, my ideas and what I want. I want to see what they bring to the table. So I think this was really less about experience and more so on someone who's willing to wear multiple hats, willing to like, do the legwork of like, okay, not afraid to mess up. And if they do mess up, coming to the table with ideas and solutions versus like panicking. And yeah, just someone who's like willing to just be like, let's do this. I have no idea what I'm doing, but let's give it a shot. Because that's how I kind of started. I remember when I got my first job in beauty at Becca Cosmetics, I had zero experience in makeup. I knew nothing. And I remember I walked into the interview and I was like, yep, I don't wear makeup. I don't know anything. All I wore at the time was eyeliner. And they loved that. They loved that I had like a different experience and different perspective, and they wanted sort of like an outsider outside of the beauty industry. So I always am very thankful to my old boss, Brooke, and Annie at the time for giving me that shot. So yeah.